Ministry of Home Affairs Paulo Bagere National Anthem Logude Vande Mataram Laga Pura Stanza Bi Millabule Directive Diade Idubar Nagaland Legislative Assembly Laga 8th Session Day Legislators Kampra Khilaf Krishi Tuesday Dr. Rhutso Pra Junashi Ke Vande Mataram Kundo Bankin Chandra Chatupati Pra Likishe Idu Laga Stanza Piche Khande Dhurom Laga Kuinase Itu Nemide 1950 Day Age Duta Stanza Ekla National Song Adopt Krishi Legislator Khan ki nimide khilaf kuriye se. IB janibo MLA Dr. Rhutso laga speech pra.
To preserve and protect the tradition, the culture, and the beliefs of the Nagas rest on the shoulders of each and every honorable member. As a sign of that responsibility, let me put on a symbol of responsibility on my shoulder and deliver my speech. Honorable Speaker, sir, thank you for granting me the floor to participate in the motion of thanks to the Governor's address delivered yesterday before this August House. The Governor in his address underscored the government's effort and achievements across a broad canvas. Movement on the Naga political issue, the frontier, Nagaland territorial outreach, human resource development, infrastructure growth, the distinguished achievements of the Nagas in national and international sport, and progress in agriculture and allied sectors. I fully endorse these observations and place on record my appreciation on the work accomplished under the able leadership of Dr. Nipurio, the Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland. It is a privilege to serve as a member in his oppositionless government. Honorable Speaker, sir, I seek the August House's attention to raise a matter of grave concern arising from the opening of the 8th session yesterday. As per Ministry of Home Affairs notification dated 28 January 2026, addressed to all Chief Secretaries, Administrators of States and Union Territories, under the subject, orders relating to National Song of India. The singing or playing of Vande Mataram was made a compulsory norm, and the practice was observed yesterday in this August House. Vande Mataram was composed by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee between 1987 to 1870 to 1875, and first published in 1882 in his novel Anandam. Though the poem contains 6 stanzas, the later stanzas refer explicitly on Hindu deities. Only the first 2 stanzas, devoid of overt religious content, were endorsed in 1937 by leaders including Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Rabindranath Tagore. On 24th January 1950, these first 2 stanzas were adopted as the national song, while Jana Gana Mana was adopted as the national anthem. The opening verses invoke mother and motherland in abstract terms. Subsequent verses mention Hindu goddesses such as Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and it was this sectarian reference that prompted Gandhi's and Tagore's advice to confine adoption to the initial first 2 stanzas. Honorable Speaker, sir, pursuant to the Ministry of Home Affairs notification of 28 January 2026 on Vande Mataram, I submit that compulsory recitation, if extended to all the 6 stanzas, will infringe the fundamental rights to freedom of religion under Article 25 in relation to faith other than Hinduism. Historically, even before and after 1947, our national leaders did not accept imposition of the full text, precisely because the later stanzas invoke Hindu goddesses and imagery. Unlike the national anthem, no statutory rules or decorum govern the singing of the national song. Moreover, the Supreme Court observed in 1986 that it is not compulsory to sing Vande Mataram, and to compel anyone to sing will infringe the freedom of religion guaranteed under Article 25 of the Constitution. Honorable Speaker, sir, I must state that enforcing it compulsory in Nagaland, a predominantly Christian state, raises serious constitutional and conscientious questions. It conflates patriotism with uniformity and risks losing the very pluralism of our Constitution guarantees under Article 25 and 29. Patriotism in Nagaland is evident in the service of our youth, the integrity of our institutions, and our unwavering contribution to the Union. It need not be measured by a compelled hymn or song. In the context of Nagaland, a Christian state that professes belief in a living God, to require the singing or recitation of verses that name Hindu deities and idols is incompatible with the conscience of our people. Article 371A of the Indian Constitution guarantees protection of religious and customary practices in regards to Nagaland state. The compulsory application of a hymn rooted in another religion, that is Hinduism, cannot override that constitutional safeguard. Therefore, the Ministry of Home Affairs directive mandating this song in our state, Nagaland, whether in this August House, educational institutes, or at official gathering, is not acceptable to our people. Let it be placed on record that refusing to sing or recite Vande Mataram does not disturb neither the Constitution nor the sovereignty and integrity of India. Honorable Speaker, sir, I urge the government to review this directive in consultation with this House so that national unity remains voluntary and respectful of conscience, not imposed by some. Honorable Speaker, sir, ours is a secular India where patriotism is not a test of faith. I urge this House to uphold constitutional morality and protect the right of every citizen to express love for India in a manner consistent with conscience. The Prevention of Insults to National Honor Act 1971 protects the national anthem, the Constitution, and the national flag, but not Vande Mataram. The latest circular from the MHA is not a parliamentary act. Even if it becomes an act in the near future, Nagaland has a special protection under Article 371A of the Constitution. The August House, that is the NLA, can decide whether to accept or reject in total or partial when such situation arises. Till such time, let us not entertain this MHA order in Nagaland, which, that is Vande Mataram, in its present form is majoritarianism, exclusionary, and impinge or infringe on religious freedom. To conclude, I want to remind everyone present in this August House that we demonstrate patriotism through our actions, our respect for the Constitution, and our dedication to one another, not by reciting verses that compel us to violate our deepest, most fundamental beliefs. India is a nation where no citizen must pray to a Hindu goddesses to prove love for the mother. Let us not allow symbols of exclusion to divide us. Let us embrace a patriotism that is inclusive, secular and respectful for all. Thank you, Speaker, sir, for that precious time here.